One. Hey
Welcome to
guys,
the podcast.
welcome
What's
to
going on? All right.
welcome
Well,
to
hey,
the
what, I
sixth
love doing these
the
podcasts because we
sixth
always interrupt
episode
each.
of the
Oh yeah,
I
this is the
think
sixth episode.
yeah, this should be the sixth. I don't know. I'll have
Last
to
time we
look.
were like,
Hang on. It might
our
be
last
the
podcast.
seventh, but okay.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
So,
the sixth one.
so this time we came kind of with a topic to talk about a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit.
So, do we want to just start out with that one, or
The
do we want to
dogs
try to like
taste
talk about?
good.
See, this is this is the debate, right?
That's
I don't
okay.
think the dog is good at all, and that they I don't think that they would taste
Okay.
good.
The reason why I think you're saying that dogs want it tastes good is because we have them as pets. And I think you're
Okay, no,
thinking too much
we're
about them
looking at it
as
from an
pets.
objective way. Carnivores, animals that generally eat meat instead of plants, don't taste as good.
Okay.
Like just in general, animals like say big cats or things like that. They're just not as good. There's a reason that people don't go out to go hunt like a lion to eat, not only because it's dangerous, but because like it's not good food.
Okay. You know what?
So that's
Fair.
my reasoning. But I think that the only reason the dogs have ever like there was a story about some kind of akin to like Lewis and Clark type people. They were going through like early America, and when they would run out of like red meat that they had packed, the natives would be like, "Hey, we got like fish, we got salmon, all this stuff." And they'd be like, "Nah, we want like normal meat." So they'd like buy a dog from the native people and eat it,
Oh,
and that was a pretty common thing.
I but why?
Because they were like, "No, we're tired of fish. We want meat." So they'd just be like, "Hey, give me Fido." Now, maybe this wasn't such a common thing, right? But it's definitely something I've heard of more than once. So that leads me to
So
believe
it
that at least it happened on multiple occasions.
oh that doesn't
Yeah.
sound good.
No. Another weird fact about dogs. There was a breed of dog, like native to like the northern Canada region, like up there, and it had like fur that was similar to like wool. So natives would like keep it around for the same purposes you would keep a sheep around. They could cut and shave off the wool and still have the animal alive, use it, wear it, whatever, and then it'll regrow it. But it went extinct. I don't remember why, but they're apparently really cool, and now they just don't exist.
Uh,
I mean, you can get like a poodle, but it's not cool.
Curious what buffalo tastes like.
Buffalo tastes like so. Do you know like what a gamey flavor to me has?
Yeah.
So buffalo is like if you had normal beef and you just made it taste like really gamey and like robust. I guess I would
Oh,
say. And you can
okay.
buy like buffalo jerky and steak like at a lot of
Yeah,
places.
but I don't want to
Why not?
because I don't know where to go to get it.
Um, the last state fair I went, or not the state fair, but one in Redmond, they had alligator jerky, buffalo jerky, kangaroo, like just all this like wacky stuff.
Yeah. My dad got like a box of jerky that was like yeah, alligator and kangaroo and stuff.
Yeah. Did you
I
try
don't
any?
think yeah, I tried I forgot which one I tried.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently kangaroo is like a pretty like commonly eaten thing in obviously Australia because that's where kangaroos are. But it's it's weird to think like because Americans we have like bald eagles, and that's our national animal. Aussies having kangaroos as their national animal and them just kind of munching on them sometimes is kind of
Yeah.
wacky to me.
It It's kind of weird to think that boomerangs were made as a weapon.
Right? Like when I was a kid, whenever I thought of a boomerang, I was like, all right, this is a cool toy. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, but why is it like only an Australian thing? And I was like, oh, but it's like an Aboriginal thing. I was like, but well, then why? And then they were like, oh yeah, no, they use them to just like throw them and like knock out kangaroos and then they go eat them. And it was like, what? What? Like, it's such a weird like concept to use as like a hunting tool.
Yeah. It's
I guess it makes sense, kind of, but I don't even think you would get as much like force out of it as you would just like throwing a
well,
stick.
but somehow they're, I don't know. How are they like able to actually kill kangaroo?
Like come back. I don't know that they were necessarily used to like kill them, but maybe
Uh,
to maybe partially incapacitate them, knock them down, or something like that.
that's
That
got to
would be
be a
my
lot.
thought. But I
I feel
mean,
like that's got to be a lot of force for just
right?
one
Like,
of
okay,
them.
first off, the kangaroo, like they are built to be able to like. I don't imagine you could like knock one out with your fists so easily, let alone like a stick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kangaroos are really wacky animals. Oh, I had another. So okay, I'm kind of stealing this because I heard it said in a different video, but it was a question proposed. If you were on a plane and you were the only person on that plane, well, no, okay, you're on a plane with like the pilot, and the pilot like dies or jumps out or whatever, right? And you have to take and there's a moment where there's no one manning the plane, and the monkey like looks at you and just like signs something and just like puts on the captain's hat and sits in the cockpit. Are you gonna let it fly the plane?
I mean, if okay, so if it's signing something, if,
Like
you know,
clearly, neither
it's
of us
clearly
understand.
it's clearly trained to do that thing. So
Yeah, it
I'd be like,
knows at least something, but it could also just be signing like banana, and you wouldn't know because
I
none of
bet
us
it
speak
could have
sign
just
language.
stolen a captain's hat and
So
just put it on because it thought it looked cool.
right, like it can be trained to do that. But okay, clearly neither of us know how to fly a plane. We haven't played
Yeah.
Flight Simulator to that, right? So if I was in that situation and a monkey just kind of looked at me and was like, "Hey, like I got this," I would let it
Yeah, I would
try to
too.
play the plane.
I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause, I mean you gotta take your chances. I don't know that I would be able to do anything.
don't like don't like planes have like just really good autopilot and then like basically
Nor,
pilots have to do their
I mean,
thing.
yeah, normally it's mostly autopilot and the pilots just kind of chill there and just make sure everything's going well. But at the same time, it's like you still have to land it, right?
Yeah. Well, I think they only take control when they like when there's
Like
like
you tell your
danger
fuel down.
or they have to land or something. But other than that, it's just basically
Yeah,
on
but like
autopilot.
landing is the main thing.
Yeah.
Can the monkey land this Boeing 77?
I mean, can I land it? No.
No, so let the monkey do it. And that's the
And
thing.
I
If it
mean,
did survive,
the monkey's
no
been a
one would believe the
pretty good
monkey
pilot.
plane. Like nobody would believe you.
Yeah.
You'd
Well, I
get off
want
the
to.
plane and everyone would be like, how'd you land that? Like you have no experience. You'd be like, I didn't. It was the monkey. And the monkey's just sitting there like, ooh, ah, like I don't know this guy. He just signs like this guy crazy. But um that was another one. So again, this is just kind of stealing it, but basically, if you could go to like any point in history and sentence cause just like the most amount of like havoc and like panic or just fuck with like the most amount of people with like just one sentence at any point in time in history,
I mean, you cut out for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I got what you
Okay.
said.
Yeah, you just go to like any like point in history, um, and you can say like just any sentence that will like just cause the most like panic or like havoc or just you know because I mean my thought was like you go like right before 9/11 happens, you're like, hey, guess what? And everyone's like, what do you mean? Or like you find your way onto like TV somehow, and you're like, hey, listen everybody, and then you just vanish.
Just start counting down the exact seconds the plane will hit the building.
Yeah, yeah, and be like, all right, it's the plane is this color. There's this many passengers. It's going to hit here. There's going to be two of them, and then just leave, never to be seen again. I heard somebody that answered that question by being like, basically the same thing with Pearl Harbor, and then
Oh,
another one was like happens everyone sees it, or I think it was right before. You just like show like a CGI video of you like standing behind um Buzz, you know the guy, and you're just like moving around and be like, haha.
okay.
So what would you do?
I do. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you gotta think of something.
Yeah, but I'm not good at doing that.
Yeah, you are. Go back to like when Napoleon was around, and just be
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Well, and there's some that you could do that wouldn't have an effect until like a lot later, but you could still do it. Like you could find your way onto like some kind of newspaper media thing, and just be like, look, in this many years, this guy named Hitler is gonna be born. You like talk like a whole bunch about him, and then you just vanish. And then when everyone's like, "What's this Hitler guy doing?" What this one guy that read the paper's like, "Wait a minute, I think I've heard of him before."
Um, I I heard a thing about this one dude, and this was like Greeks and stuff. I don't know what time
Oh yeah.
of year it was, but anyways, he like just took a bunch of drugs, and then like he predicted a lot of things like 9/11 and I don't know
I
more
that
things.
that's hilarious to me though. The concept of somebody like just doing a bunch of hard drugs or whatever, or just being a crazy person and like spouting off some stuff, and some of it happens to be real, and everyone just accepts him as like God.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure like a lot of things that he wrote because like he took the drugs and then he just wrote down his experience from it.
Oh,
And a
okay.
lot of the things that he predicted like hasn't come true yet, but like there was a few things that did, and now everyone's like, "Oh, well, we better pay
Do,
attention
do
to."
you like know any of them? Or, like, can you think of any of them, or do you just you just kind of
I
go with?
think the only thing is that I could remember from it was that he predicted 9/11.
Really? Wow, that's wacky though. But yeah,
I think there's probably bigger things than
yeah,
that, but I don't know. I don't remember.
yeah. Notions that kind of did. What was that?
Nothing. You
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
and probably he probably just had some like really vague notions, like, hey, this thing might happen this time, and it was just like something really vague. And then when it happened, everyone was just like, oh yeah, yeah, no, no, that's like
Yeah.
he said it like
Well,
exactly.
so
I'm sure or
predicting
he
9/11 isn't really a big deal. So many people did it.
Bush did
The Simpsons did it.
it. He wrote about it. The Simpsons did it. Like so many things predicted 9/11.
Yeah.
There was that one video game where uh they didn't include the Twin Towers in a like cutscene thing because they claimed like, oh, it was, it was like taken out in like a terrorist attack, and then like a little bit after that it actually happened, and they were like,
Oh, yeah, like everyone predicted 9/11.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that things like that are really wacky to me. Do we know what time we started this?
We started at like 9:01, 9:02.
Okay, okay, good.
It's fine.
But yeah, no, I've been whenever I go, I work at a barn down the road. Whenever I go do that, I tend to listen to a podcast, and then when the podcast is over, I'll listen to music for a little bit. But listening to us, first off, like and subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever, do all the cool stuff. But
Yeah, and
secondly,
if you have any questions, then just
yeah,
put them in
any
the comments,
questions, any statements, like we'll talk about it for sure.
and then we'll judge you.
Yeah, we will judge you very harshly,
So make
but
sure
yeah, make sure
they're
your comments are good. If they're not, we're gonna bully you.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, the Gus and Eddie podcast. It's a pretty good one. It's like a shout out as if like we're bigger than them.
Yeah.
Basically, like if you guys haven't checked out this podcast, like I don't know if you've heard of it because like they're
It,
kind of up and coming, but maybe you should look at like the Joe Rogan podcast. I think that's what his name is. Like it's like new. I don't know how many people know of it, but it's kind of good. Another PewDiePie. You should
I
check
don't
him out.
know if you guys heard of this one channel called.
T series.
I was gonna. I went to say T series, but at the same time, I was like, I don't want to say T series.
Yeah, that's gross. We don't want that.
That's a gross name.
Yeah. So what's the name of this podcast gonna be? We
Everyone predicted 9/11.
also predicted 9/11.
We
Or wait,
predicted 9/11 when we were born.
we we were born like 5 years after it. No, wait, I don't know.
I was born three 3 years after. Wait, it was in
Okay,
2001, right?
yeah. Oh, damn it, we just doxed our age. No,
No.
Tony, cut that out.
Now
Don't
they're
tell.
gonna know what year we were
Anyways,
born.
oh, no. All right, what's next? Our face reveal video. That's the next one.
That's the next one.
All right,
Now
tell you guys what. If we can get um 50 likes on this video,
no, not high enough. If we could get
no,
1,000 likes on
we're
this
not getting 1,000 likes on this video.
video, an epic face
I
reveal.
mean, likes on this video, we'll start an only. Hmm? What? Face reveal? Yeah, no, I meant we'll do a face reveal, not what. Who said that? Yeah, no, it wasn't. I didn't say it.
Okay.
Okay. Should we start an OnlyFans though? Like, wait, don't like you guys stop listening for a second. David, should we start an OnlyFans?
And none of that picked up. I mean,
All of
I
your
heard
objective is
what you
yes.
said, but like none of it picked up. So if you're gonna go with the joke of whispering to the mic, with people barely being able to hear it, then they won't even be able to barely hear
Perfect. That's
it.
good. All right, comment down below, guys. Should we start an OnlyFans? That's the title of our video. Should we start an OnlyFans?
You give this video 1 million likes, and we'll start a Pornhub account. That's right.
Yeah,
we're gonna skip from OnlyFans all the way to just straight up porn.
Yeah, exactly. Then, well, I think it's kind of the same thing. I
No,
don't know.
OnlyFans is lewd images to possible fully nude images.
Okay.
Or okay, well technically OnlyFans is just for people that have a skill, and then
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like subscribe to that.
That's not what it's used for.
Yeah, it's not what it's used for anymore, but it
If you want
was
to see
made.
this in the
So
code,
like
yeah,
yeah, so like if you were like really good at playing a guitar or something, and then you could just post it up to
yeah,
OnlyFans.
exactly. It's similar to how Patreon works, except a
Except for it got
different. Yeah,
ran
except for
over by
Patreon,
gamer
a little
girls.
bit less gross. But yeah, no, I think we got the title of our podcast. We'll put up some like wacky emojis.
Put them up right now.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, we'll do it.
We'll put up some really wacky emojis to our OnlyFans account.
Exactly. All right, listen. All I'm saying, our first video that had that had porn in the title, it got like 450 views. This video, if we have OnlyFans in the title,
Okay,
maybe we'll
if we put OnlyFans porn in the title, that's like
okay. That
double.
is what we need to put. Should should we? Wait, no. The title should be. Should we do porn on OnlyFans and then like all the emojis?
Every emoji, then a winky face at the
Every emoji. Sorry if you guys are reading the title right. Well, you're not reading it right now. You already read it, silly. If you're reading the title and it's just a million emojis.
So glad that our podcast topics are typically nothing and then just figuring out what we're going to name the
9/11.
episode.
It's always there's always about 5 minutes dedicated to just hey, what should we name this podcast? So if you got clickbaited into this, but you've stayed this long, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we never name the episodes from like, oh, what happens in the beginning. No, it's like what happens 20 minutes into the
Right. It's
not
never what happens.
clickbait because it eventually does happen, but there's just a lot of build up to it. So
Exactly. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good podcast. I'm liking this one. Should we have another guest on next podcast? Let us know down in
uh,
the down. Let us know down in the comments below. Should we have a guest on next?
uh, if a certain person says, well, okay, I think we should do one more of just us, and then we do a guest one
You can
after
ask
that one.
if the Tone Meister wants to, or who would you want to have on next?
I was gonna go with uh Tony,
Yeah,
our editor.
yeah. We could have Tony. I'll just sit this one out with you and Tony. We'll name that video Tone. It's just gonna be
Tony.
me doing an Italian accent.
Oh,
I'll
get
the
even
whole time
more
is me,
racist.
but I'm talking funky. Sounds like a good deal to me. All right, I had something else I was gonna say about that. Oh yeah. You know who I think would be kind of interesting to have on the podcast? I think Michael actually could be kind of funny
Oh
on this podcast.
yeah, yeah, but how often does he actually do?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to
he
contact.
never talks.
Yeah,
I know I could get a hold of him. I could just
yeah,
snap him or whatever. But yeah, no, I think Michael would be pretty funny on this podcast. He has a pretty chilled out vibe, I would say, for this, and I think that works well with us. Like kind of how Dylan did really well with that podcast, and we had a good time.
yeah.
And then Quinn had his like autism energy, and it kind of went wacky.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I think it'd be good to have Michael on.
yeah. But he's more exclusive just because he's harder.
Yeah, that'll have to be definitely a special video.
Yeah. That one will be
Dude, we're gonna get to a Thanksgiving video soon.
okay.
Since this one is either dropping on Halloween, like not on Halloween, but like right
No,
before
this
Halloween.
one's not coming out on Halloween.
Well, I'm not
No, I'm not gonna take. I'm not.
saying it's coming
No.
out. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, no, maybe we should have Michael on for a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Wait, you know who I think would be great to have on for the Christmas episode?
No.
Okay, so here, so hear me out, right? Christmas.
Gus.
I think
Gus and Eddie.
we should have Gus and Eddie on our podcast.
Not even.
I hope so. You know, we should bring a small YouTuber onto our podcast for this one.
We
Maybe
could
we should
bring.
bring on Joe Rogan.
We could bring on AA batteries. Then we could. Like,
Oh, yeah, actually no. For a cool holiday, we definitely need to have AA batteries on, or just like a special episode.
yeah. Or at least just one member.
We need double.
Just one A battery.
No, both.
Okay. I don't like one.
I think it's better to have. Yeah. Well, you don't.
No, I'm fine with him, but I don't know. I don't know him as well as
But yeah, I know
one.
you don't know him well.
I
I
mean,
don't either, but I know it'd be great for a podcast because it's kind of like how kind of in the way that Quinn was like leading the podcast.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're at about the time
Oh,
for this podcast.
no,
What do you say?
no. We
No?
got another minute.
What?
Curly head.
Oh,
Started at 9:01, not at 9.
oh, you. All right,
Silly.
guys. Well, thanks for watching the podcast. Super epic of you guys. If you've watched to this point, that is extraordinary. You guys should like and subscribe. Do all that great stuff. Comment anything in the comments. We'll read it. We'll talk about it. And thanks for being viewers.
Yeah, okay. And that's okay. And now we're all right. Bye. Okay, hey, we didn't do a good ending, so we're gonna redo it.
We didn't do a
Okay.
good ending, so we decided we.
All right.
Thank you
So
guys for.
yeah, thanks for
See you next
watching. Hey, see you next episode or not. I don't know. That's on you.
Yeah,
Not on
whatever.
me.
You do you.
And
All right.
bye.